Well, I think there's a good saying that I've heard on tons of other podcasts, including like Joe Rogan, is like, you know, the worst thing that's ever happened to you is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. It's just it's all about perspective, you know,
Yeah.
like, or the hard. You could say the same thing could be said about like saying like the hardest thing you've ever done is the hardest thing you've ever done. That doesn't mean that that's the hardest thing that you can ever do.
Right.
It just means that that particular moment, that's the hardest thing that you've ever done.
Yeah. And then take solace that it can always get worse.
Yeah, well, it certainly can. That's for sure, man. There's no doubt about that. But I mean, it sounds like you guys were able to make it through all that that whole process, indoctrination process.
Yeah. So I'll give you a quick summary. So the last week before pre-BRC kicked off, we had done a run swim run earlier in the week, which was we would run from Margarita over to Main Side, do 2,000 meter swim, and then we would run back. So running over to Main Side, I think if I'm going by memory, it's about 2.5 miles or so. So you're running 5 miles and doing a 2,000 meter swim.
Yeah.
And you have to go at a pace dictated by the cadre. So there's a cadre at the front and there's a cadre at the back, and you don't want the guy in the back to catch you. So there's a pace that you got to maintain. And I remember running over the second one we did that week, and my foot just gave me like, a little pause, a little twinge in my foot. And I was like, oh, that's not okay.
Yeah.
So then I did the swim, and as soon as I got my shoe back on and I went to go run, it hurt really bad. Like,
you know what you did?
So I fractured my foot. A stress fracture. So
stress fractures.
So it actually broke the bone, but it didn't fracture it like you would normally see, like a break. It was a crack in the bone. So I went in. I told the doc, the corpsman in the program with us, and I said, something's wrong with my foot. And so he pinched on it, pushed on it. He's like, bro, we got to go do an X-ray. So they did the X-ray, and they're like, your foot's broken. So I had to go on crutches. So I couldn't go through pre-BRC. Which was a bummer because all the guys I'd gone through SOI, all the RIP program, they all went on to do pre-BRC, and I didn't.
Damn.
So they stuck me in what is so poetically called broke dick platoon.
God, of course, I know. That's always what they call it. And that's a frustrating thing to experience because it's like all your buddies that you went through all this stuff with up to that point,
yes,
they move on without you. And then you have to like get to know an entirely new crew that you haven't met and didn't build rapport with. And that's tough. That can be like emotionally, that can be like an emotionally and spiritual draining experience on somebody.
Yeah, it was tough because I wanted nothing more than to go past that. And, like in boot camp, I overcame the IT ban, but it's a broken bone. I can't overcome that. So here I am.